Welcome back to the Payday 3 map making guide. In this episode, we're going to be going over how to spawn guards, civilians, and the assault. To start off, make sure you're using the tutorial map. This is just because I already have nav here, and if you haven't gotten to that episode, it might get a little confusing and the guards and cops won't spawn. Once you have that set up, all you need to do is go to the place actors section and type in pawn spawn. Here it is. We have the pawn spawn predefined and agility pawn spawn. Unlike Payday 2, guards, cops, and civilians all use the same class to spawn. For sake of ease though, I recommend not to use these actors and instead go to the map units, blueprints, DC, and use these. These can also be searched here. Reason why is for a couple reasons. One, when you drag and drop it in, there's a little guy here that has different colors depending on what they are. The generic one is red. For civilians, I have green. And for agility, I have blue. There is no difference. Again, these two are using the same class. So this can be spawning civilians and this one can be spawning cops. But it makes it a little nicer to see the world so you can differentiate the two. On these classes, how they work, if you go down to the details section here, we have some information. One, if you want it to spawn at the start, just click this. Then, down here at the predefined spawn request in the data section, this is where you choose what you want to spawn. In this instance, I'm going to spawn head of security, and I'm going to have the DJ spawn here. You can also set some other things, such as do you want it to be holding a hackable phone, or one of him to have, I'm going to have him have the red keycard, and he's going to have the phone. I'm going to make sure this civilian spawns at the start, and I'm going to spawn this one using the blueprint. Reason 2 why I recommend you to use the blueprints is because in this section here, click on this arrow, it has two arrays. One is the spawn definition, and one is the weighted location. By default, Starbreeze doesn't have this auto update, and in the blueprint I have it grab the location and put it in both of these. If you don't have that there, nothing will spawn. So now that we have the data assets, its location, how do we get this guard to spawn it without begin play ticked? What we're going to do is we're going to have it so when we kill this civilian, the guard's going to spawn it. How we do that? Let's go to the blueprint section here, hit open up the blueprint. There might be some code here. Don't worry about that. Just move it to the side. And you're going to right click. If you have the civilian selected, it'll reference it. You can select an event. And killed spawn. Pawn delegate. So this will execute the code that's connected to it once the civilian dies. Now we're going to select the guard, add, call a function labeled spawn predefined. So now this code, when the civilian dies, it's going to execute, go down this line, and spawn the guard. Easy as that. Next, we want it so when we kill this guard, the alarm's going to go off and the assault's going to start. How we set up assault spawns is we use this BP spawn group. How this works is in this section, you select how many you want to spawn and hit spawn, and it will spawn 4 of these blueprints for you. They'll also automatically add it to the spawn array for the group. Just make sure it's enabled for assault, and that's all you need to do. When the assault starts, the game scans for all spawn groups enabled for assault and spawns groups there. How to start the assault? Go back to the level blueprint with the guard selected. We're going to go detect if it's killed, and how to set up the alarm. You go dispatcher, get dispatcher. Off of this dispatcher, call dispatcher. Then what you do is get rid of the context sensitive, type in get assault. And off of here, type in set assault active, connect the two, set it to active, it'll compile, and save, and then you can package the heist. Then when you load it up to the heist, here's the civilian. If you kill him, here's the guard. And if you kill him, the assault goes off. Now, I do want to preface some things because I actually went through a couple of different iterations of this. One, if you set this to anything but cop and criminal, this will crash you. And two, if you don't have this, the assault doesn't go off. This just sets it to searching mode. And 3, gotta make sure BP heist game mode is set game mode. If you don't have any of those 3, you potentially, it won't work or you will crash.